Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. First thing we're going to do is we start off the day is get that lemon water in the body because the lemon decalcifies the pineal and gets you moving to a new zone. And that's what I love about it. Also has a natural positive effect. Just smelling a lemon can put you in a good mood. I'm telling you right now. Try it. Just try it. Say I ain't telling you the truth. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate it. Let's get that music back up and running. No Eat, No Pay in the background. Love that song. Oh, did I sneeze from the lemon? I don't know, but we'll see. Shout out to all my beautiful souls out here on the live stream. Thank you for being here. May God bless each and every one of you. All right. We got the vibes going. We got the music going. And, you know, all you can do is be positive no matter what happens in your life. No matter what happens, no matter who does what to you, negative, positive, it doesn't matter. You remain positive no matter what. If you don't get what you thought you wanted, it's all good. God's got you, baby. Shout out to all my beautiful souls here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We're going to break down Bitcoin for you in a fast update. It's going to be quick, down and dirty, and in and out, all right? So first thing we're going to talk about is the market cap. You know, let's take a look. Bitcoin down 0.1% on the week. Ethereum down up 0.34%. So Ethereum a little different than Bitcoin. You see the altcoins are starting to get a bit of a move here. We can see what's up in the last hour here on the altcoins. Chili's, which is interesting. It's been a long time. The XDC network also getting a little bit of a run up there. XDC tends to move with XLM, Stellar, and that whole, you know, basically ISO 222 idea. Nexo on the radar, BitTorrent, a little tiny coin. Not much love here today, though, at the beginning of the day. We're going to talk about it, the Woo network on my radar. We used to trade Woo and get woo-woo, all right? First thing I want to talk about is the bigger idea here, all right? As long as we can stay above this 200 SMA, we're in good shape. We might even come and bounce off the 21 weekly SMA. This is the 200 weekly, which is showing signs of life right now. This is a big deal. We break below it, I will trade bearishly. We stay above it, I will consistently stay bullish. So I'm more bullish on this idea. Here's a trade idea with a stop loss below the 21-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. Tells me that we could get some traction on that move to the upside. So one thing to think about there is how to use the moving averages to your advantage. Keeping a stop loss below a moving average. That's why everyone says we're super bearish. Well, we'd have to break the 200. We'd have to break the 21, the 50. There's a lot of moving averages here, which could prop you up and keep you from getting a bit of a dump. So this is one reason why I would remain more bullish than bearish based on these ideas on the weekly time frame. All right. Also, this is that cup and handle that we discussed and gone over many, many times. Bitcoin in the cup and handle. All right. So that's one thing to talk about. Again, Bitcoin was in a flag earlier this morning, looked scrumptious. The market makers tried to break the flag, but to me, it's still inside of a bull flag. And that looks bullish to me. And that's also inside of a cup and handle, right? And you got a very low stochastic on the 1 hour time frame and lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. And we're even in a bit of a cup and handle here on the RSI. Yes, say it ain't so, but you can put the RSI in a cup and handle and see what's happening there. That's something very, very interesting to look at, all right? Swing down, and that thing could blast to the upside. There's your low area too, which is showing you that there's just lack of momentum for the bears, right? We do have to get above this point of control. Once we get above there, we can gap easily to 27,004 back into that area, and we could even break through this previous high. Remember, Bitcoin must break through this high resistance here that we've had an issue with. I'm going to make it a zone because it's not always exactly a perfect line, but it's a zone. When we look at it closely, you can see resistance, not able to get back above the resistance. It's a key area. And look, that coincides with the high volume node sticking out right there. Not a coincidence at all. We got to get back above this zone to remain bullish. This is the key area to get above. And we're talking 27,430, and really 27,500 on these wicks to the upside here, even to 650. So this whole area, we got to get back above this wick. These are the highs that must be accomplished for us to remain bullish and to get out of the zone. Could we make a shoulder, a head, and possible right shoulder? There's a chance there, something I'm looking at, but I'm just open-minded to that idea, all right? And what I try to do is not be 100% right every day, but just kind of give you insight that you may not have seen before to help you along your way. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I want to make that very, very clear, all right? Shout out to my lovers of life. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. May God bless each and every one of you. Amazing screen share last night. Life for gang, baby. Shout out to you, man. Lemons for the water at the restaurants at the most filthy bacteria-covered things in the place. Lemons for water at restaurant. Yeah, you can never put the lemon inside of the drink. You can squeeze it, though. You know what I mean? You could squeeze it. And also, lemon has antibacterial properties. So even if it is gross, what you can't do is put the lemon inside the water. And you ever see someone plop the lemon in the water? That's a no-go. That's a no-go. You ask for lemons on the side in a dish. Take your hand, you squeeze the lemon into the water. All right? You do not put the lemon inside the water. All right? Shout out to Michael Rohan. Could favorable debt ceiling news bring... And actually, that's good bacteria, Michael Rohan. If you're afraid of bacteria, then you're afraid of your human body. Your body is covered in bacteria. That's how you live. There's good and bad bacteria. So, you know what I mean? If you're worried about bacteria at a restaurant, just think, do you even wear your shoes inside? Some people wear their shoes inside their house. I take my shoes off immediately. Even when I'm in a hotel room, I do not wear my shoes past the front door. I do the best thing I can, but at the end of the day, if you're afraid of bacteria, you're going to live a tough life because it's everywhere. And you just have to let your immune system take it in. All right? So that's another thing to do. You know what I mean? Truly amazing screen share. Thank you. You're a real one. Shout out to Garzonzo Operator. Thank you. God bless all the beautiful lifers. Thank you, Timmy313. If you're here on the live, you're in the right place at the right time. God bless you all. I'm bearish till end of summer. Sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. So Bitcoin getting a nice pump back off the top of the channel here, off the bottom of the channel here. Came back down. It's not dumping now, as someone just said. It's in a bit of a bull flag here, and that's a cup and handle. All right? Sammy, cup and handle yet again. I wouldn't be surprised if this 1 hour did take off to the upside. We just got to wait out this 15-minute. 15-minute is resetting nicely, though, without giving up too much. And the 7-minute also wants to pump to the upside. We'll take a look at BOOKMAP and see where the liquidity lies. But right now, that 1 hour is showing signs of life. The 4 hour is no-go, but it could get pinned by the bigger time frames. I've been talking about how the 22-hour wants to make a move, the daily wants to make a move, and we see bullish divergence on the daily, the 12-hour, the 8-hour, and all these other time frames. I could break that down for you as well. Also want to give you a bit of a gem here. Every time. Song's so corny, and it comes up. But God bless whoever made that song. I mean, it just at the moment, it doesn't fit for me. You know what I mean? Now, this is also a cup and handle here on Zcash. Zcash, a privacy coin that is a fork of Bitcoin. All right? And honestly, I've seen this play out before in my lifetime. You've got a shoulder here, a head, and a smaller right shoulder. That can make a beautiful move to the upside. I'm watching Zcash closely here on the 1 hour time frame. And just the 1 hour. There's a chance that we kind of slop and we don't make it. I'm watching the 1 hour, though. But the 1 hour takes about between 5 and 10 hours. Yeah, I'd say 6 and 12 hours, depending. Usually about 8 to 10, in the middle. And look, 33333. That's almost 333, 33. It's 32 with the triple threes on Zcash. So Zcash is interesting to me. We could see a move for Zcash. I would write that down, take a look at it, and see what's happening. I don't own any Zcash, and I'm not in this trade right now. But it definitely was something that came across my radar, and I said, that's interesting. Anything could happen there with a move to the upside. Let's get our BOOKMAP up and loaded and see what's happening to BOOKMAP. And remember, stay blessed no matter what. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here in America. On the East Coast, too, it's going to be a beautiful day. I didn't even check exactly what the higher temperatures would be, but it's going to be nice. And funny, it always my dad used to say it always rains on Memorial Day. Sometimes it does. Let's see right now, though. The high of 79 today. Sunday, a high of 86. Monday, a high of 68. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous here in Boston. And where I'm at here, just a little cooler. Wow, 70 to 60. Well, only a high of 69 today, even though a high of 80 in Boston. 10 degrees difference here on the Cape than it is in Boston. That's why people love coming to the Cape. You get a lot of 78, 80 degree days when you get 96 degree days in Boston. So, beach hazard statement until 8 p.m. What does that mean? Severe, moderate, possible threat to life or property. Alert in effect. Beach hazard statement this morning. Warm afternoon air temperatures in the 70s may cause people to underestimate the dangers of the cold water temperatures, which are currently only in the 50s. Oh, no. Oh, no. I could take 50 degrees. Hey, I might hop in the water just to prove that it ain't that bad. 69 degrees today with a low of 47. 70 degrees tomorrow where I'm at. And Monday, 69 degrees. So, hey, it's going to be a gorgeous day, not a cloud in the sky. Super excited to be alive. Thank you for each and every one of you for being here. Okay, so moving forward. after we did the weather. I know you want to see the weather. I mean, that's so important to you, right? And people want to see what's happening to Bencoin. Remember, we brought up Bencoin. I talked about it pulling back to that 618 Fibonacci level. We're going to take a look at that. BOOKMAP, showing some signs of liquidity either way. If we zoom out, we see this big sell wall of 27,000. Usually when you see a massive sell wall there, there's a short squeeze coming in between price action and the sell wall. So just one thing to be careful of. I don't see a big buy wall down there as well, balancing that out. We do see more liquidity jettisoning up to the 26,720 area. So I would be watching for a possible move to the upside and a bit of a short squeeze. However, it's Saturday and it's a Memorial Day Saturday. So I would expect less volume today, more people out with their families, less people paying attention to the charts. The big boys that trade and all the swing traders, they're going to be taking some time to hang out with their family. If you made some good gains in the last week, why would you just, you'd spend some time with your family. So that's kind of what the idea is there, all right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And look, I mean, this is amazing too. Last night I was up pretty late posting on Twitter. And, you know what I mean? We had a blast at Bitcoin Miami. I still have a lot of pictures from Bitcoin Miami. Shout out to Boss Rutan. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met. I used to work with him at Kevin Can Wait. I actually created that show, Kevin Can Wait. I was one of the people behind the scenes. And Boss was he was one of the actual cast members. He played a role. I guess Kevin loved UFC, and they became friends, and he put him onto the sitcom. So I would sit and eat lunch, and one day, and I see Boss alone sitting there, and I said, man, I got to sit next to that guy. That's Boss Rutan. And it's funny, we were in like a backroom cafeteria in Long Island. Not a bad place, but, just a regular kind of table set up with a buffet. And there he is eating. And so I ate with him one day, then another day. And next thing you know, it's been 2 weeks. I got to eat with this guy on and off and sit with him and ask him a bunch of questions. The best thing he told me to do, if you're ever in a situation where you need to defend yourself, he says, forget your hands. Your hands are weak, and the cheekbone is hard, and the bones in the face are hard. You get a likelihood of breaking your hand. He said, but the palm of your hand is strong, all right? Very strong. And he says in the back of the ear, someone's back of the ear has this bone that's connected to some type of nerve. And he said, you take the back of your hand and you hit someone right here. And I'm not telling you to do this. I'm not a violent guy. I'm just saying if you ever are in a situation to defend yourself where there's no other choice, and you hit someone at the back of the ear as hard as you can with the bottom of your palm, you might have a little palm bruise, but you'll get over it. You will jar their brain, and they will be in the pain. Even just sit by yourself right now. Hit the back of your ear. Just tap it like this. You will feel such a strange sensation that'll throw you off. Imagine if you were able to hit that with higher force. He taught me that. He broke it down. He taught me a lot of different things, though. Shout out to Boss, man. You could tell we were having a good time, always hanging out. Boss Rutan, man, one of the best people you ever meet in your life. I go to battle for Boss, man. He's a beautiful man. Awesome, awesome dude. But yeah. So anyway, that's just kind of, and I was just posting a lot, man. We were posting, there were so many awesome pictures. People were posting so many things. There was pictures I didn't even know I was in, videos I didn't even know I was in, and I was just going over what I was seeing. Shout out to Rice and BitBoy Crypto, man. My man doing their thing. But anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. And I was the only guy in the whole event with a Bitcoin tie on. Tim Draper had a Bitcoin tie. Bitcoin Miami. But I was the only guy with a Bitcoin tie on. It was awesome. It was good times. It's still giving me good memories to this day, hanging out with Miami, hanging out with everybody, man. Yeah, Cesar Cordero. Yeah. Hey, Lifer, glad to have found your channel. I really love your honesty and your conviction in the space. I'm challenging myself to cut off all my distractions to focus hard on my own. That's what you got to do, man. Shit in Miami, there was a wrestling contest outside for 1 Bitcoin. If anyone took it, this influencer with the red hat down. Yeah, I saw that. He said, if you could take me down, I'll give you 1 Bitcoin, right? And funny, I saw him walking around. I wasn't sure what he was doing. I did see that. I think Adam did take the challenge. I'm not sure if Adam took him down. Adam, my man Adam, marketing, my man Adam Charles, he's the man behind the scenes. That's behind the scenes, right? My man Adam. But he said he did take the challenge. This is Adam right here. This is my buddy Adam. Right there. Good man, dude. Connects us all. George is a really nice guy. What I liked about George is you met him. Next thing you know, he was introducing you to someone else that could help you. He is a connector. He's a builder. He understands how to network and how to motivate. George is awesome. Crypto Crow. There's a VIP guy that runs BitBoy Crypto. There's Jet, who's creating the show, the next crypto gem, right? And there's me, Adam, and Evan. Evan has 1 million followers on Twitter. I didn't even realize who I was standing with at the time. And he's also on the show. Amazing people. Him, BitBoy, Leia, and George, some of the judges on the show, man. It was a beautiful time. This was their party at I think it was called Baoli, B-O-A-L-I, Bali. It was a really, really good time. It was the Hourglass Weight party. Oh, no, not Hourglass Weight. That's the token of the next crypto gem, right? And I told you guys, I bought Weight token a long time ago. And again, just out of speculation, I wanted to see, what can happen to Weight token. So I see a move coming here for Zcash, really. And that's a possible, 6.9% gain right to the top. But I do see a move coming for Zcash. And some other altcoins look pretty interesting. All right. Shout out to Miami. There was yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Okay. The bear market special, usually it's $1,200 for the year. It's $1,000 for the year. And we'll also throw in an extra month. And we'll throw in the class if you want, if you need that extra education. I teach a live class. I used to teach it every single Tuesday, but my schedule got so busy when my father passed away. A lot of things kind of coming my way. I needed to take a little time away from the constant teaching, just so I could get my whole team in order, With that being said, part of my plan is to tune in every live stream because I know you show up twice a day. If they're the next 2 weeks, I don't show up twice a day. Some people think that. I do a live stream Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. The weekends are the only time I show up twice a day. Recently, I've shown up twice a day just because different things are going over, right? But just I want you to know, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., that's it, every weekday. And then 8 p.m. tonight. Like tonight, I'll be on at 8 p.m. tonight, right? So where do I see Bitcoin happening? I mean, I believe if the 1 hour can get us back above this resistance and break above the 200 SMA, we can see some gains. Also, the 15 minutes staying above the 200 SMA, that's key. Once you break above the 200 SMA on multiple time frames, you'd be surprised how it pans out. Like here, there's a short. Here, there's a long. It's a very interesting way to trade with a stop loss on either end, and you can pick whatever time frame you want to trade it on. It comes in handy, but you got to stay focused. The key is to stay focused and disciplined about everything that you're doing. Okay, let's take a look at our baby DMTR. I really like that coin. Thank you for putting it out there. So today, I'm really focused on the 1 hour time frame. There's your weekly too as well. As long as we stay above this 200 SMA, we have ourselves a bit of a move that can happen to the upside. So, and right now we're just going to watch this flag. I keep it very simple. I don't need 100 indicators, 100 different things. I keep it very, very simple. That's a flag that breaks out. That's a bullish rectangle, if you ask me, with a cup and a handle there. And again, we are at a resistance point. We came back down for this type of support area where we had previous resistance, and we're bouncing off of it. Let me show you what I mean. If my finger didn't slip. When my finger slips, it kind of it gets me going a little bit. But look right here. So you can see that we have bounced there, resistance, bounce there. So that is a previous spot of previous resistance becomes new support. A slight SR flip to the upside here, and we could get it moving to the upside. So one thing that I am looking at, our big picture, look at our 4 hour time frame, is we're inside this bigger wedge, right? And you can see that there's major resistance. The bulls need to push back above this resistance to remain bullish. And this catalyst could start. Also, this pop might just get us up to this top of this channel. Let me reaffirm this idea here. All right. Resistance, resistance. We got to break through this. So this is going to be a key area. We get above this, the wedge starts to break to the upside. Things begin to change. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. So there's a 68% chance that we do break out of this to the upside. The small time frames will confirm if we can get above local resistance, and that's what we're looking for, right? Even a cup and handle here on the RSI, okay? But the 4 hour is not looking amazing, but I could see it get pinned. Anything can happen. We may even just come right back down to the bottom of the channel. That's why we wait out this 1 hour flag, all right? See, what people don't understand is my trading style may seem confusing at first because I'm using multiple time frames for confirmation. For instance, the 4 hour could dump on us, but let's see what the 1 hour flag does first. We could come up, and look, here's the deal. What will happen is the 1 hour will show you bearish sentiment. Shoulder, head, maybe you make a right shoulder here. Then you do a bearish retest on the 5 or the 7, and then that will confirm that the 4 hour is taking you down, right? So the smaller time frames will lead you to the bigger ideas. That's why you have to see what's happening on the 4 hour, yet you have to kind of get into the nitty gritty on the smaller time frames. That's not easy because that takes years and years of discipline, at least a couple months of constantly looking at the different time frames. For instance, I only used to be able to see the 1 hour and the 4. I didn't know the 15 and the 7. I didn't know the daily. I didn't know the 12 hour. Now I look at the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, the 15, the 1 hour, and I'm able to figure out kind of how they all combine into each other and the probabilities of one happening over the other. This took years for me to figure out. It's going to take you some time too as well, but I can get you to the next level. He says, you're not giving financial advice, but you're saying we accumulate more and more. I never said to accumulate more and more. I say I'm accumulating more Bitcoin. You do whatever makes you happy. You know what I mean? God bless everybody here on the live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's go, Sammy, Cup and Handy. Shout out to Crypto Wifer in the house. Thank you for the love. So we're looking at this idea, possible move to the upside. And this is our down and dirty update. I'll be back tonight at 8 p.m., all right? And I do believe that there's a chance that, there's a higher probability we're in this green box when I come on the live stream tonight and we have made a move to the upside on this low liquidity Saturday. So I'm making more of a prediction and a projection that Bitcoin will make a move to the upside based on probability, but there's no guarantees. That's what I want to happen, but I'll be watching Bitcoin throughout the day. And if I see that we make a right shoulder here and we don't get above this local resistance at 26,780, 26,700, we are likely going to make a move to the downside. So trading is an if and but scenario. It's very similar to trading chess, or to being in a chess player. You don't know what the person's going to do. So you watch them. If they move their rook, you say, well, if he moves his rook, I'm going to move here. If he moves his bishop, I'm going to move there. And if he moves his queen, I'm going to do that. And you try to watch as many moves as you can, but you don't know which way they're going to move. It's very similar to price action. You don't know which way it's going to move, but you know what you're going to do when it does that. So, for instance, we make a right shoulder here, we could switch short to the downside. We don't. We end up coming up and we break and we bullishly retest in a smaller time frame. Then we could long to the upside. So you have to know both scenarios. You have to be ready for both scenarios to be able to be a manageable trader and to be successful in trading. It's something you have to do over and over and over again. All right. Shout out to Near Boy. Frank Fractal, you're funny. I'm a near boy now. Okay? Why people come on here and they question Sam, it's just stupid. Move on and do your own thing. A1, God bless you, man. There's always someone in lurking, man. I've learned this now. And the bigger you get, the more lurkers you have. You know what I mean? And it's not easy to deal with, but I ask God for the help. And I try, almost want to get a moderator so I don't read all the comments anymore, right? So that's what I see happening. I like Zcash. I like Bitcoin. I'll look at Near Protocol for you one more time because you're a near boy. And we'll see what's happening. And then I'm out for the day. This is just a quick down and dirty update for Bitcoin to show you what I see possibly happening later on to tonight. So when we come on tonight, you can see, hey, what did he say? Did it go to the box he talked about? Is it happening? And you can see everything is kind of following Bitcoin in this same flag. We're seeing this flag everywhere on the 1 hour time frame. Very, very interesting. So if Bitcoin breaks out, we're going to get a breakout for Near. We're going to get a breakout for the whole market. So there's a chance this becomes one of those Saturdays where everybody wins. But again, we're going to have to get over that local resistance for Bitcoin, and then it spells money for almost all these other coins. So this could make a right shoulder too, just like Bitcoin. You can see how this looks just like Bitcoin, right? They're very identical. If we go back to the 1 hour time frame, you can see everyone's waiting on this little flag here. Everyone's waiting on this flag. And look, they just did a short busted the move back up. Usually they try to grab liquidity before they move to the upside. Like, why would you pack your bags if you're not going anywhere? And this is the longs and the whales packing their bags because they probably want to, they're attempting to go somewhere. I always talk about that. Why would you liquidate a bunch of shorts if you weren't ripping it long? You get what I mean? All right. And remember, there's this bigger sell wall, 655 Bitcoins, 330. There's like 1,000 Bitcoins in this area, likely to get pushed up to 27,000 to the upside. All right. And that's kind of something that I'm looking at. Again, that was BOOKMAP. Link in the description below if you'd like to jump into BOOKMAP, Global Plus. And I do get a commission from BOOKMAP. I love the team. If you buy from me, you will hook up the channel, and I appreciate that. All the links below are affiliate links, which I do get commission from. For instance, I would buy this on MEXC. All right. I would up a trade on MEXC, and I'll tell you what I did. I'll be nice enough to be honest about it, which most people won't. I'll be kind of, as clear as I can be. But right here, what I like about this, if it dips below the 21-day moving average or the 200-day moving average, then I'm going to flip bearish if we close a weekly candle. So I'm waiting to see what happens this weekend if we can close a weekly candle. But I did enter the trade because we're above the 200 SMA. All right. So I'll talk about the trade that I made, and I'll talk about what I'm doing here. All right. So I did an 8x long with about $1,200. All right. And I'll show you my stop loss and my break. My stop loss is 25,740, which isn't too far away. It's right below the 200 SMA. My take profit is 34,000. This is the area that I'm looking at for a move to the upside. Now, again, if we come back down, I might even have to dip off before I hit my stop loss. I know exactly what I'm going to do if it doesn't play out. I have a plan for the trade. So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. That's my trade here on MEXC. All right. Sign up to MEXC if you want to jump on into amazing opportunity, because MEXC, if you look at MEX Global and just go to their regular site here, 0 spot maker and taker fees. Even when I'm trading futures, All right. It's if I make my orders and do limit orders, I pay 0 fees. You will pay a slight funding rate, right? That happens behind the scenes. But spot, there's no funding rate. You buy whatever you want. You know, you saw me dollar cost averaging into Casper the other day, dollar cost averaging into bigger coins. I'm on this live stream building bags in front of you, showing you what I'm looking at for the long term. All right. I'm here for the long term. I'm not here for just a little time. I'm here for a long time, baby. Bitcoin getting a pump back up. Let's go. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker. Everyone, let's smash the likes and show some love. God bless you all. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. In the words of my late father, no whining, baby. No whining. My dad always said no whining and push forward. So I love you all. Thank you so much for jumping on into the live. And this is just a quick down and dirty update. I always say that. It probably still was longer than I thought it was. But yeah. And sign up to MEXC today if you'd like to jump on into 0 fees. And the reason why I push it, number one, I do get a great commission from them. They hook me up. At the same time, it's more about the fact that you don't have to pay any fees. So I don't know any other exchange. I had to pay fees my whole life. Just recently, I bought on Binance US and got slaughtered because I didn't realize I did it too quick. So remember, don't pay fees. Get yourself situated. Get yourself motivated. And you know what? Build your bags if you can. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. But this is where I really look at what's happening in price action, all right? One last thing, my man said DMTR. Let's take a look at DMTR, one of my favorite coins to trade on and off. I swung trade this thing for massive gains already a few months back, and I haven't touched it since. I've been waiting for it to retrace nicely. So look, I see DMTR in a bit of a cup and handle. There's your handle right there. There's your cup. This thing is bounced off the 618 golden pocket right there after this initial impulse move to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here. If it can get back above, look, resistance, it gets back above here and retest that area, which is going to be 47412. This thing can boom to the upside. It's got a bit of a swing move right there, and it does want to push up on the daily time frame, but I bet it's overbought on the 4 hour. 4 hour doesn't look too bad either. It's interesting. Very, very interesting. And there's almost like a cup and handle here. There's a little bit of a flag going on here inside the smaller time frames. I don't know if it's ready exactly to push up, but it, you know, my man says it's primed. Let's look at our 1 hour time frame. Our 1 hour is also interesting too. It's in a bit of a flag, and it's following beats to its own drum, this coin. I'll tell you that. Had its own little mini bull rally compared to the rest of the coins. You know what I mean? It did get up pretty high right now, and you know, if Bitcoin takes a tumble, don't be surprised if it comes all the way back down to the bottom of this channel. Just be careful. But the bigger time frames, the 3-day chart that I love to trade, the 3-day is my go-to baby. 3 days oversold, lack of bearish momentum, right? RSI is in a precarious place, but it's not the worst. And it also, you know, is coming. It did a retest into the 706. It's right above the 618 right now, too, after it tested with the golden pocket. This thing could moon. We got in here and then rode it all the way up for massive gains. And we just watching this slight pullback to the downside. While nobody pays attention, there's been money to be made in this bear market. It's been interesting. One other coin that I'll talk about is my baby Caspa. I love accumulating Caspa. I now have about, I believe, $4,000 worth of Caspa. It just went down to 1.2, and it made a 30%. It made a 50% gain, really, because it was at 12, if you look at 12, and then it went up to 18, and that's 6 on 12. I mean, 64% gains in the last 6-7 days for Caspa. What a nice move. Extremely oversold. And look, it has what's called hidden bullish divergence. This is my go-to trading style. I look for hidden bullish divergence. When I see it, I attack. Also, I waited this long on the 3-day chart. I had pulled the Fibonacci, and even though everyone else said it was going to pump, and a lot of people were like kind of FOMOing out, I said, no. We're going to wait for it to come back down to the 706, maybe even the 786. Beautiful move to the upside for Caspa. Hit the 786 on a wick, and this thing could make some massive gains. I'm loaded up on it. You do whatever makes you happy. I'm in this for long term. I believe this thing can make some serious gains. We're talking 50x potential, maybe even more for Caspa. So we're just getting started, and this thing's been in a bull run. Look, ever since it came out, it's been ripping. While Bitcoin was dipping, this thing was ripping. It had to have its major pullback, which it did, and that's why I stay patient and I wait for the 618 golden pocket. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Shout out to Guns and Loaded. Shout out to Diamond Art. Shout out to JSoul84. Shout out to all the beautiful lovers of life and everybody here on the live stream. Thank you for being here. May God bless you, and I'll catch you on the next live stream. Thank you for being here. I love you all. And why not? You know what I mean? Stay strong. Stay rich, baby. Like Thomas Crowell, man. But stay strong. Stay motivated. You know, stay looking good, man. I'm 40 years old. I'm in the best shape of my life, and I continue to do so. All right? Let's have a sip of that lemon water. I don't think I had it yet. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. I'll catch you later on tonight. I'm excited to see you later tonight at 8 p.m. God bless you.